if you're wondering what you can do to keep fit and healthy whilst heeding the new advice about staying home, joining us now to give us physical and mental tips on how to do exactly that is Maje Ayida. Welcome to the morning show, Maje.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Great to see you again. Now, we were talking earlier with some of our guests about how a lot of people are choosing to currently and looking towards the future digitize their revenue, or rather digitize their own ways of making money. And in terms of the health and wellness sector, you kind of dominate that in Lagos at the very least. And we noticed that you had an Insta Live where you were teaching people how to do some stay-at-home exercises and just making sure that they're keeping up their health, which of course is essential to keeping up your immunity during this pandemic that we're currently under. Talk to us about the essential steps to stay healthy whilst you're stuck at home.
Okay. Well, thank you for the compliment, actually. I think it's very important for people to try and build their immunity as much as possible, maybe through exercise, obviously, and of course through what they eat as well. A lot of people are comfort eating right now, because we are in a situation where we're all at home, so we just have not much else to do but eat. And people are falling victim to that. So we're already dealing with a lot of our clients calling in to ask us, please, can you help us to stop eating? And that is really down to the individual's control. So my recommendations for people would be to try to schedule a day like any other day. I know we are at home, but there are ways to still plan a day, from what you eat, to the exercise that you do, to the phone calls that you make, to what you watch on TV, to the activities you engage with the people in your home. I think it's important for people to keep their well-being up, and by that you will also boost your immunity as well. I think it's really key. We've got to protect ourselves as much as possible. Exercise is really just a springboard. What I started to do with my live workouts was, I was thinking about children, actually, because when school was out, a lot of families had kids suddenly at home and losing their minds, because of course kids are going to drive them crazy, which is normal. So I coach children already. I've been doing that for about 4 years now. In fact, I think annually we kind of go on a school tour around Lagos, coaching children on fitness, teaching them the importance of it, how to exercise, and just generally how to be happy. So I thought it would make sense to help parents and engage their children in exercise. And because exercise is universal, of course, adults can do it as well. So I insisted that the adults participated, parents participated as well, and that's kind of built momentum during the week. We're there every morning, 9 a.m., and adults participate. They love it. I get the feedback. So I'm very happy with the numbers. I'm very happy to see what people are doing in terms of taking care of their own personal well-being.
Maje, exercise is not about talking. We want to see the action. And so let's see a video of yours where you're actually helping us with that all-important exercise that we need to do.
Woman, I dey straightforward. I like truth and I dey rock rumors. I don't know what you want to do, but make you let me know if you go show up well. Because I don't buy this, so I don't buy Shayo for Yado. I don't call Gaga, I don't call my guys around. I don't call my mama, I tell them say you bambo. I don't call everybody, I call everybody. But I see you for Insta, you say you dey Ipaja. And anytime I holla, you go say you dey my area. I say no wahala, but I don't dey wait you tired.
All right, very interesting there. Maje, well, there's jumping jack, push-ups, plank, commando, and all the rest of them. You want to help us understand this, and really, more importantly, what exactly are the benefits of, exercising?
Look, we're all feeling a little powerless right now, and out of control. That can easily lead to poor mental health. depression can kick in, anxiety, stress, and these things are damaging to your body. They, apart from, of course, reducing your immunity, which you do not want to do right now, it is just making your body a breeding ground for, germs, for disease, and, just general unhappiness. We need to be focused on our own individual well-being, like I've stated. So the exercise really just releases your own body's endorphins and puts you in a much better mindset to just be a bit clearer about your own decision making, to have a general happier mood in the household. We are all stuck at home right now, and I'm sure there are a lot of people having little petty squabbles, nitpicking, nagging at home, tempers flaring, fights going on in the house. I know this because we also run a counseling service as well. I run a 24-hour counseling service for corporates and individuals. So I have a team of counselors, and I see the cases going on, and it's not easy for anyone. And I think exercise is a really simple way to get the mood a little higher, to get people a little happier. We need it as a nation because there is so much fear out there. And what causes, I mentioned earlier that one of the things that leads to people overeating, binge eating, is the feeling of powerlessness, being powerless in a situation. We are all feeling very powerless right now. It's like being in an airplane with no pilot. You already feel powerless when the airplane's going with a pilot, talk less of not having one. So when there's a lot of turbulence like we're experiencing right now, when you get that voice of the pilot telling you everything is going to be okay, you tend to calm down a little bit. But we're not getting that here right now. So we have to take charge. And I think someone in the household has to steer the ship, has to become that pilot and set the tone in the house, which is by scheduling activities during the day. It's not enough to just do 30 minutes of exercise in the morning, which is recommended for everyone. 30 minutes of exercise, an hour for children. But you've got to be moving throughout your day as well. You've got to be active. So again, I give tips to people on how to be active. A lot of you might use step counters and not getting the steps required. Some people may not want to go outside and walk around. So how do you stay active within the home? Play games with each other. Use your furniture for exercise. I could pick up one of your chairs right now and show you some great squat options, but I wouldn't do that.
We'll do that on the next show, but let's talk about these endorphins that are being released whilst a person is exercising, because this is something that takes place internally. And if we look internally, because you offer quite a holistic way of taking care of yourself, let's focus on the mental health. You've spoken about the 24-hour counseling service that you run. A lot of people, like you said, are, coupled up and they're having petty squabbles with their spouses. But a lot of people live by themselves and are simply experiencing cabin fever, going so crazy, looking at the wall. What sort of things would you advise them to do outside of just exercising? What sort of wellness practices can they practice for their mind in order to ensure that they come out of this on the other side just as happy or even happier than they went in?
I've literally spent the whole show trying not to touch my face, and I just did that just now, so I'm not happy. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I think it's important that from an individual perspective, if you are alone and you find yourself in solitude, then you need to be extra guarded about your own mindset. So I think that you should also try to schedule your day as well. Reach out to people, connect with people. You've got social media, you've got telephones. Talk to people. And if you don't have that, if you are alone in the world, then you have to look within. And I think that when you're in a really dark place, that is a really good time to start being creative. Create things, develop yourself, teach yourself things. There are a lot of online courses that you can take. There's so much literature out there that you can read, new interests that you can pick up and grow as an individual, because knowledge is truly power. You can learn so much out there about the world and about yourself. I've noticed something about when you are in the dark, you are in a very dark place. That is honestly when you are at your most creative, if you can tap into that. And I think if you teach yourself new skills, try to create something, try to provide a service to the world. A lot of people, as you mentioned earlier on your show, are doing live videos, giving live tutorials. document your own journey in teaching yourself something. You know, I've decided that I want to learn how to become a makeup artist. So I'm going to teach myself how to become a makeup artist. Go and take these online courses. There's so many people giving free content on how to do that. And I can literally document myself learning that, practicing makeup on myself. I'm obviously not going to do that, but I'm just saying there's so many things that you can learn and do out there that can help you in your own personal space. It is so important to stay positive. Darkness can consume you, it really can. And I know a lot of people are going through a lot of hardship right now, especially as money starts to dwindle. You know, money leads to depression, lack of money leads to depression, and a lot of people suffer from it, you know. So you have to get creative. You have to literally start to think of ways that you can generate income in this environment. There is a new world order now, you know. We don't know what's going to happen, no one knows, but social distancing could become a way of life. It can become a thing. We could live in a world now where handshakes become obsolete, you know, where human contact becomes obsolete. You literally have to be prepared for anything. And this world is not about survival of the fittest. It's about survival who can adapt the best, you know? Are you adaptable to change?
You don't need to be the fastest runner. You just need to outrun the bear.
Well,
And
on the
just
topic...
keep moving. Just
Keep
keep
it moving.
Keep on moving.
Keep moving.
On the topic of being prepared for everything, we know that there is a link between your mental and your physical fitness. As you said, the release of endorphins after a workout always makes you feel accomplished thereafter. But if you were to describe your ideal situation in terms of Nigeria and their relationships between their physical and mental fitness, what would that be, briefly?
I think we have a long way to go, because I have gone from company to company, individuals trying to promote this lifestyle of being active, and I do still get so much resistance, you know, from people who don't see the need for it. And I'm hoping that this new world order will show people that it's absolutely necessary. I need people to take their fitness more seriously. I know it's hard work, but is there any reward that is not at the end of hard work? We all have to work hard at something. Why not your own physical health? It's instantly rewards you.
Okay.
Instantly. You instantly feel happier.
Right.
You instantly feel
Well, Maje, we thank you so much for your time. We thoroughly enjoyed this segment, we have to say. We appreciate that.